Hey, Sammy Hagar here. Welcome to another rock and roll road trip. On this rock and roll road trip, we are on the island of Maui, one of the most beautiful islands in the world. And we're here to visit with Mr. Shep Gordon. We're gonna have a little dinner party here. And you say, who is Shep Gordon? Well, Shep Gordon, you say, well, he's Supermensch, right? And you say, well, who's Supermensch? Well, he's Shep Gordon. And if if you really want to know, just go ask Alice Cooper or the Dalai Lama, Michael Douglas, Stallone, Mike Myers, Clint Eastwood, Johnny Depp. Ask any of them, they'll tell you who Shep Gordon is.
He is the nexus for everybody that means anything. They all end up in Maui in Shep's kitchen.
The three most important things a manager does: get the money, to always remember to get the money, never forget to always remember to get the money.
And I'm gonna go inside and pick his brain, and we're gonna find out, all of us, once and for all, who is Shep Gordon and why everyone wants to be Shep Gordon. Let's go. I never do ask you these kind of questions, and it's, now people got to know, like I said, Supermensch, that really kind of, everyone saw that, and like now you're all of a sudden, you're famous.
I drove into Los Angeles, and there was a Hollywood landmark hotel. A girl called me over and said she was Janis Joplin. She introduced me to Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix said, "Are you Jewish?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "You should be a manager." I said, "Great, no problem. Who should I manage?" Alice Cooper.
The word mensch and Shep are synonymous.
He is a protector. He keeps the wolf from the door.
If somebody asked me who invented the celebrity chef, Shep Gordon.
I've spent my life making people famous.
How do you like a little bit of fame?
I'm enjoying it. My ego's really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying the, people are really deeply affected by the movie. That's why I wrote the book, because I couldn't figure out what. I would ask people, why? Like, why are you so deeply affected? I get these life-changing calls. So I decided to write the book to try and see if I could figure out why. And I don't know if I quite figured it out, but I got a few answers.
Writing a book can be self-revealing.
It was like 40 years of psychiatry.
Yeah,
really
and then
wild.
you read it and you go, wow, I really did all that?
Yeah.
But do you think that this island, this peacefulness and that just soul feeling that you get from that water right in your front yard, do you think that really helps you come up with those great ideas where
absolutely.
You say, you know what, here's what you should do?
Yeah.
Like,
my value to my artists, I always felt, and I've always been in the service business, so I'm always living someone else's life. I'm either managing them as a musical artist, managing them as a chef, helping them make their movie or their product. So I'm always living someone else's life. And what Maui has given me the ability to do is jump in a quiet space, jump in without a lot of noise into that life and try and see what's the best thing for it. So I sit in my jacuzzi, which is right there. I'll smoke a joint, and I'll just go space travel. And, and think about, I try and get a year ahead and see, okay, what do I want to read the next day? What do I want to read about Sammy? Oh, I want to read he's got the greatest tequila in the world, that it's the Rolling Stones are buying it. They're that's the only thing they got from Hawaii. And then I make it happen.
No wonder everybody wants to be you. Yeah. Wait, you get up in the morning, you sit in the jacuzzi, he smokes a doobie, right? And sits and looks at this view, and then he gets on the phone, calls up a guy like me, and says, here's what you got to do, and I do it, and it fucking works. Okay?
No,
it's true, though.
I remember,
it's true.
I can tell you a great moment. I was sitting in here thinking about how do we sell tequila? How are we going to sell tequila? We had no money to sell tequila. Most people spend millions of dollars marketing. We spent nothing. And how are we going to sell tequila? And maybe on the third joint, I saw the stage. I saw the bartenders on the stage. I saw people drinking on the stage. And it came to me from thinking, okay, who's our target audience? Strip clubs. Drink a lot of tequila, Sammy's music. How do I tie into the strip? Oh, let me run a contest. Oh, we can run a contest for the strippers to be the waitresses, one after the other. And then the phone call, and you took it from there and made it better.
And then he tells me, no, there's one other missing element. You say, you got to write a song.
Right.
And I said, well, wrote Mas Tequila, and then boom, it all came together. The strippers are up there.
Life is good.
Oh my God! You know, Shep, it's been so long. I really kind of forgot.
But it was right from right there.
Oh man!
Right there, smoking a few joints.
That's a shrine there.
And getting ahead of myself and trying to envision you on stage, saying, okay, what can he do that strengthens him as an artist, but also sells the tequila?
Yeah.
And it was perfect. That was one of the great. And then I showed up. I didn't have a vision of it. I showed up. You put that stage together, and it was amazing.
Smartest guy in the world. So Shepard, you got 45 years of memorabilia, and you know some of the heaviest hitters in the music and the film industry. So, oh my God, look at this. This is more gold records than Warner Brothers has. And you've been with Alice from the very beginning.
47 years.
Wow, what a long relationship. I wonder if there's any managers out there.
Now, the only one that I know of was George Burns, and I forgot the guy's name. They were over 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
You and
that's
Alice
the only one
gonna
I
bust
know.
that up?
We're gonna bust it up.
Yeah. Wow. Shepard, a lot of gold in there.
A lot of gold.
How did you find peace over here in Hawaii, and what really, what?
You know, for me, I came here by boat. I put one foot down on the island, and I felt different in my skin.
Wow.
And I moved in, and I always would say I feel different in my skin, and it always sounded weird until I had some medical stuff, and I had to take my blood pressure every day. And my blood pressure is 20 points lower here than on the mainland, so I actually am different in my skin, which is pretty wild.
How do you run an empire like you've had and like you really still have, even though you think you're retired? Us on the outside know you're not. But how do you run an empire from Maui before the internet?
Before the internet,
on a
before
hardline
FedEx,
phone.
before cell phone. But I was very honest with my artists. I said it's a life choice. If you don't think I'm doing the job, just get someone else. It's really simple.
Everyone refers to you as like the smartest guy in the world. It's like if you can't figure something out or don't know what to do, well, ask Shep Gordon. It's like that old 8-ball thing. It's like, huh? And a thing pops up. And I've had that experience with you, but I'm just asking you, like, in your big brain, I mean, do you feel like you're as smart as everyone thinks you are?
No. Oh, no. I'm as fucked as everybody.
That's why I love you,
I'm
Shep.
completely
That's
fucked
why-
like everybody else.
Oh my God.
I think that if you don't cop to that moment where you look in the mirror and see a schmuck, you're not telling the truth. Because we all have flaws. It's overcoming them and, you know, doing
That's
the best
so
you can.
awesome. That's so awesome. But,
Basil coming
look
up.
at this
Look at this.
little garden here, man. You know what's so crazy, Shep, is that, you know, if I described you in one word, I would say, what is Shep? I'd say, well, besides just being a brilliant man, it's like he's a chef.
Yeah.
You know, in your
Thank
heart,
you.
I think that's it. I mean, looking at that garden, you know, that's, I mean, I know it's Maui where anything will grow,
Yeah,
but, you know, you got to care to do
No,
that.
that's my
you know?
passion.
And,
you know, the music, the films, and they were my business, but they never were my passion. And the culinary stuff is, I really found my passion.
You've done so many things, Chef. You know, the chefs, you know, what you did with Emerald and all that. I mean,
The chefs for me was sort of a no-brainer.
Because it was your wheelhouse.
You know, not so much that. The hardest thing in the world is to create the man. Like, how do you create the man for Cabo Wabo? So we figured out how, you know, you have celebrity, that helped the state. But that's the hardest thing in the world to do. And what I saw in the horizon was that if you were a billionaire and you wanted to go sit on the 50-yard line at the Super Bowl, you could get the ticket. If you wanted to be in the front row of a Broadway play at 3 in the afternoon, if you're a billionaire, you're at the front row. If you're a billionaire and you want to eat in Charlie Trotters in those days, or Wolfgang Puck's, or Le Cirque, fuck you, you couldn't get in. So that's demand. You know, if a billionaire can't get in, that's real demand.
Yeah.
So once the demand is there, for me, my job's easy. I just got to put the light on it, let people know there's demand, and then give them a highway to be able to spend their money.
What are you most proud of? The music side of it, the movie side of it, the culinary side,
culinary,
the culinary.
Yeah.
That's
I think the two proudest things for me are breaking the Chitlin circuit for the Afro-American artists.
Yeah, for Teddy.
Yeah.
That was brilliant in the movie.
Yeah, and the culinary artists, because that's my passion.
Well, you helped take chefs from $40,000 a year in the kitchen to $4 million or $40 million
$40
a year.
million.
Now. And it's like, that is like unbelievable. And I remember you saying to me, I remember plain as day at the first Miami food festival that you did, and it had me and Alice and
I just saw the poster. Michael Douglas and all the great chefs.
Everybody but the people. It's like, it wasn't a success, and now look at it.
Yeah.
But it was so far ahead of its time. But you said to me there, you said that the chefs are the new rock stars. You say these words, and I just go, wow. I think he's right, and then it's all been true. Well, at the time, hell, Shep, I didn't smoke the damn joint in the jacuzzi. See, you saw it bigger and more powerful than me. But no, really, so mainly the chefs was the one that was just unbelievable how it just went bam.
And for me, that was the most obvious.
Yeah.
That was the easiest one for me.
It's your love and your
and because the demand was there already. I didn't have to create the demand. If there weren't radio stations, if there weren't records, you would be a wandering minstrel. Same way that Emerald and those guys were basically making nothing, cooking it for 60 people. So for me, it was easy. The chefs, we had to get a broadcast like MTV was, Food Network. We had to get a way for them to touch Emerald in their home. Spices, bam, just like you can put on a Michael Jackson record. A way for them to get involved, pots and pans, stuff. So for me, it was obvious. It was the easiest thing I did.
You people out there, by just this interview that I'm bringing to you, Mr. Shep Gordon from his home in Maui, you can be multi-millionaires just from watching this fucking show. You owe us.
You owe us.
Owe us.
You owe us.
Baton Rouge, heading for the trains, feeling near as faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed a piece of dime just before it rained, and took us all the way to New Orleans. So I took my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana, eyes blowing sad, will Bobby sing the blues now? Windshield wipers slapping time, and Bobby clapping hands, we finally sing up every song that Bobby knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing but it's free. If feeling good was easy, love, and Bobby sang the blues, feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me, my Bobby McGee. Kentucky to the California sun. Yeah, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, everything I'd done. Every night he kept me from the cold. And Lena's Lord, I let him slip away. He's looking for that home, and I hope he finds it.
Mr. Chris Christopherson. He wrote this song and a whole bunch of good ones. It's an honor to sing in his backyard, right? Bobby McGee. We're sneaking in the back door on Shep. This is the, outside of his kitchen, and we're going to sneak in the back door of his kitchen. But look, we got Top Chef Sheldon here in the house, brother. What are you cooking up? What are you going to make today?
We're going to crazy kale salad, and we'll be grilling up some short ribs.
I'm hungry already. I'll see you in a bit, brother.
Paella Valencia.
For free!
Thank you.
That was awesome. Oh, man. This episode would not be complete if we didn't strip it down Maui style. Cheers, Shep. Thank you for inviting me to your home once
Great
more.
to have you.
And doing this show.
Enjoy, you guys.
Let me see my list. I got to be sharp on this because I want this to go quick. Everybody knows I have my little bowl thing. So, okay, rock and roll or soul music?
Soul.
I figured so. Gas or wood fire for cooking?
Not even a question. Wood.
Ooh, boom, that's my man in the house right there. Maui or Italy?
Maui.
Ooh, damn, I ain't got time to take a
But
drink.
Italy, definitely second. A definite second.
Okay.
Tuscany would be a very close second.
See, I knew it. Yeah, if you could live one other place in Maui, okay.
Tuscany's special.
Okay. White or red wine?
Red wine for the most part. There are some whites. You gave me a Batard Montrachet and a Jeroboam. It was amazing. But for the most part, red wines.
Verger or Rubik-Sean?
Verger.
The first person I've ever interviewed, look at your goosebumps, look at me. Because, once again, I agree on every one of these freaking. Shep, I love you, brother. I love you. Man, the smartest man in the world. Look at the big brain on Shep Gordon. Woo.